Welcome to the Marketing Revolution Podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started.
Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution Podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group, coming to you guys today with another message. I want to talk to you guys today. This is just a reminder, really just a reminder. I want to talk about two things here. The very first thing I want to talk about is that consistency is the key. And what happens to the average person, you notice I didn't say the savage person. I said what happens to the average person is that they give up before they see the results. They give up because they get discouraged, because they can't do it anymore, because they're impatient. But that doesn't happen to the savage person. See, many of you guys who read my book, you got a little bit of a deeper understanding of what I'm about. Some of you guys who have not read my book, you could probably have taken a guess, but the name of it is Marketing Savage. Check it out. I go very, very deep into all of these principles, but one of the keys is not only consistency, but also being an individual who works based on formula, okay? And what that means, formula and consistency, means that you are consistently going to do the work while you are creating a formula, while you are creating an algorithm, while you are testing to see what is working and what is not working, okay? I'm doing this all the time because the formula is always going to change. When you're on social media, there's going to be different, well, I'll just give you an example. There'll be different platforms within social media, and you're going to have to learn how to adapt and how to mold your formula all the time. So your formula is always going to be changing, whether you're on Instagram and you're used to posting on your time grid, and then all of a sudden Instagram comes out with Reels and they're on fire, but you don't adopt it, you don't move, you don't start adding that to the formula, you're going to miss out on a lot of the exposure that some of these new things are going to. So it's forever changing, and that's why I call it a formula, okay? So again, now what I want you guys to focus on, what I want you guys to begin to focus on is that, number one, you're probably not going to see results in anything that you do. Like if you create a Facebook group, you're probably not going to see results for 6 months to 12 months. So it's either going to take about 6 months to a year, depending on the type of work that you do inside that environment. Now, you can speed it up. You can do some certain things, and you typically can do that with creativity. You can also do that looking at what other people are doing out there and implementing that to your own custom personal formula, everything that you do. Okay. But look, Rome was not built in a day, and that's what separates the average from the savage. The average people, they just can't hold out. In fact, most average people can't even take some mild embarrassment. And that's what this comes down to. At the end of the day, it comes down to, it's like, man, I created a Facebook group, or I got an Instagram, I'm posting something, nobody liked it. Okay, well, fucking post again. Post something different. Keep engaging people. Keep going out and searching for followers. A lot of people ask me, they're like, man, how does your Instagram grow so quickly? Like, how does your Instagram grow so quickly? I call this crapper work. It's when you're on the crapper. So typically when I'm sitting there on the crapper, I'm on my phone, and I got approximately 5,000 friends on Facebook, right? So I'll be on the phone inviting people to the group. And then what I'll do is I'll go back, and inside of the app on Instagram, on Facebook, inside of the groups, I'll actually go back and look at the people I invited and continuously re-invite them, okay? Over and over and over and over again. I continuously do it day in, day out, And occasionally Facebook will let me invite a ton of people. Sometimes they'll only let me invite a certain amount. But the algorithm over there is really weird. It's like they let me get away with certain shit on one day, and then on the other days they don't. But that's how I've consistently grown my group. So we've grown the Marketing Savage group over probably like 8 or 9 months now. And obviously we went from 0 members, and we're currently up to 2,600. I think we're getting ready to bridge that gap and hit 2,700 really soon. But that was continuous, constant work day in and day out. The next thing, I'm actually starting to see Facebook now that it's such an active group, because after 9 months of posting in there, I finally kind of figured out the formula to keep people engaged, keep people moving, and keep things happening. And now Facebook is really serving the post to a lot of the people in the group. And we're getting a lot of engagement, a lot of action over there. But that was consistency. Like, I know, because I built group after group after group, and the same things work each and every time. But you've got this grace period, or you've got this time where you start to question whether your actions are ever going to they're ever going to work out. You know, you question whether the actions that you're taking today are ever going to favor you in the future. You got to have the faith, my friends. You got to take action. You got to be very consistent, and you got to be committed to a formula making it work. Another thing I want to I don't want to forget to tell you about. There's another way that I was able to drum up a lot of members inside of that group, and what we do over there, and I'm actually due for another one here pretty soon. I will do invite contest. So what I'll do is I'll give away some bottles of tequila, some custom grade bottles of tequila, to people who typically I'll do the top 3 to people that invite the most people and bring us the most members. So I want to say over probably about a 7-day period, we got about 500 members in the group by doing that. And that's something that you can only do so often, because you're only going to be able to wear down people. It would basically get very, it would get old after a while, pretty much. So it's like one of them things where you might want to do it every 3 months, every quarter, to do an invite contest. And there's so many other ways and things that you can actually do to get people to come into the group. But them are the 2 primary ones that I've done, 2 primary things that I've done to build up the Marketing Savage group to what it is today. Consistency always pays off. And now we're starting to reap the fruits of our labor, years, nearly a year later. So that being said, y'all, I appreciate you for coming along on this Marketing Revolution podcast. And if you guys haven't heard, we are going to be doing some very interesting things in the near future. We're putting together some very interesting rewards for some of you Marketing Savage listeners, for some of the people that are in our Marketing Savage inner circle, and also for some of the Marketing Savage AF site clients. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be next level. It's going to be something that you've never seen out there. Not done at this level. I mean, it hasn't been done in this way. Okay, let's just say it hasn't been done in this way. So we got something coming down the road here pretty soon that's just going to absolutely blow your mind. I'm actually kind of like designing it and architecting the entire thing at this moment. But it's not going to be long. I'll be able to reveal this to you guys. I wish you guys know I'm horrible at keeping secrets. I tell you guys everything I fucking know about everything. And this one's hard for me to keep in because I know how fucking amazing it is. And everybody who I've talked to individually about it, it just blows them away. And it's going to literally take this movement, this podcast, like everything we do to the next level. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun too. So anyhow, y'all, I appreciate you guys for coming along again on this Marketing Revolution podcast. And as usual, I'm going to see you on the next one.